the student agenda was one which they also held at the very highest level. They weren't about to compromise any of that. And in fact, the turning point for the project when we got to a situation where the budget constraints were very, very serious, and found ourselves sort of modifying the first scheme, which is over there, to make it less costly. It began impacting student life. We began finding ourselves having to sacrifice some elements of the student life in order to preserve the structural features. And Patricia intervened at that point and said, look, I think it's really important that you we know we already publicized that design. We know that was what everybody has their heart set on, but really we've got to answer the student needs. And so could you go back and start with a fresh piece of paper? Wow. During that period of time when we were generating all the student projects on that day of the tent, there was a real element of kind of wanting to break out of the box and kind of go for a place which was very casual, very laid back, that you guys could really own. This was not a industrial building. This was something that had a flair, and all the student projects had flair. It was like giving Craig Elwood, who was the architect of the original building, a couple of stiff drinks, and watching him kind of stagger out of it on his big wide flange legs, But that's also what made this project not feasible economically. The other thing that made it not feasible is size. This is huge. Anyway, the project we're going to build, you can see, in comparison of scale, is quite a bit smaller than the original project. And that really reflects mostly cost. It's really different. But I think the gesture's the same. What were the kind of things that would be a kind of transition between architecture and industrial design? So you start thinking about an automobile, like a Lamborghini, where the doors pivot up and the hood and the tail section pivot up and the thing is very animated. And so we started trying to inject that into the new design, and that's when it really took off. We started suggesting moving elements in the project that would be dynamic and kind of humorous and playful. And so we went down that route, and that's what's finally getting built. Rep, if you could give me the little model at the top that opens up that's on the shelter.
This is the kitchen and the restroom. These can open up and flip up like that, and then that's a counter where you can grab a cup of cappuccino.
And then on the outside of the building, this was another sort of epiphany. This is a kind of crude kind of sketch model of this, but there's a big glass window here, which is like that, and then there's a winch which allows you to move that back to here. And this window is, it's 15 by 20 feet, and you can kind of crank this huge window open in the morning. So it's just an idea again to make make something that's interactive and dynamic. Then there's a big rotating door.
Can you show us the small view?
In this small view? Sure. Right here is a rotating door that rotates around like that. It's also a display panel, and also then closes this place off. So there are 1, 2, 3 moving components that kind of engage you when you're working. This will accommodate about 40 to 50 people. And then up here, there's room for about 8 cafe tables, so probably another 40 people in this area up here, in a kind of cafe setting. And then down here, there will be a bench and the opportunity for some more tables. I think the other thing that was, a little bit daring, I suppose, but we really wanted people to feel engaged by the building. And this point right out here, I'm sure you've been on the site. So you've walked down the stairs and you've seen that this beam, which is a pretty big beam, is sort of right there. Even I can reach up and touch it. Mm-hmm. And the idea there is that that's really something putting you more in contact with that roof. And it's my favorite part. It's kind of neat, isn't it? When you come down there and that thing is just, I think it gets your attention. So we are kind of looking at it as kind of like what is it when you climb a mountain? You have like a
resting.
Yeah, what do they call that thing?
It's like home base.
Home base, yeah, just like a home base. That's what we'd like it to become.